Hey guys, my name's Desmond and you might know me as Art by Kid and Art Station, and you're watching iVSi. Today's segment is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to name this segment Words of Wisdom. Now the reason this episode is a little bit different and to why I consider it to be quite special is because I've just recently left my position at Specialization Studios as an environment artist to take my next step in my career in Canada. In light of the fact that I've left the most amazing people at this studio, I actually had some time on my last day to go around and ask my former colleagues and friends about what advice they would want to give to people getting into their respective fields. Please bear in mind that these people are incredibly talented and some of these people have worked on titles that even I'm starstruck about, so this should be taken into full consideration. And that being said, please enjoy this first segment of Words of Wisdom. What advice have you got to people who are trying to get into your field right now?
Because I'm a concept artist, Icky, my name. Advice. Just practice. Main thing is you have so many tools now at your disposal. You've got social media and other platforms like ArtStation, maybe not so much DeviantArt, but you've got so many ways of getting your work out there now compared to just showing people, emailing your portfolio. You could just literally build up your own reputation and bring the people and recruiters to you. And that's how I got hired into the industry. I was just putting work up on ArtStation. So main thing is just keep drawing, get your name out, make sure you're drawing every day, just get the practice in. Use social media to your advantage because it's things that people 5 years ago didn't have, and you have so many ways of getting people to get in contact with you instead of you trying to hunt them down. That way you can customize and work on your own style. So that's going to be the main attraction outside of everyone else in terms of competition, is if you have your own style, establish that, so that way people go, oh, I want to use your style in this type of game or this type of this type of setting or this type of environment art, whatever it is that you do. If you have a specific style, that's going to be one of the things that recruiters will be really drawn to, and even other artists, because a lot of the times it's other artists that will seek you out and want to hire you as well. So yeah, that's my advice.
What advice have you got to give to people getting into your field?
Well, I guess the advice I would have to give would be the advice that I got, and it would be to focus on what you want to do, because I think people tend to try and do many different stuff, from characters, from props, environments. Like, they have a mix of everything. They have a mix of work in progress and finished work as well. Many times not even the finished work. I would say just focus on a few good things, finished work, and don't just divide your focus and your energy on so many different things. Really research what other people are doing, research the trends in games, try to stay current, like what are games about right now, what is trending. You can get inspiration from that, and you should have just a few pieces of work that are finished that can show like a range of abilities, from like doing props to a completed environment, for example, or just doing props if you want to be a prop artist. Keep looking at the work from other professionals that have been in the industry for years and see what they do, how they present their work, what they include in their portfolios. And I guess if you focus on that, you'll just find your way.
How did you get into concept art?
I started, after I think it was high school, and just sitting home and drawing and going to the live drawing as well. Then I tried to improve myself, to learn more about the concept art, the job I have. The thing is, you shouldn't stop, because if this is your job, you shouldn't, mess around. You just need to keep practicing and learning and improving, because I don't want to say it's a competition, but you have to be always improving, because if you cannot improve yourself and in the job you have, you cannot grow, you cannot get a better job, or you cannot get a dream job, I guess. That was my path, and I applied for UK to get a job here. They were happy to hire me, and I didn't expect it actually. And I work on some title games. One of them, I guess, it was Mortal Kombat, and there was some other game. I don't want to mention all the names, but yeah, that was it. And I guess I'm here right now.
So, what advice have you got to give to people trying to get into your field right now?
I would say stay curious. That's the most important thing for any VFX artist. Full stop.
So good.
Learn coding and blend your technical skills and your artistic skills.
I would say look at what other people have done and break it down into simple chunks.
Yes, tech animation. Well, I started as an animator and I jumped into it, so start by animating is helpful because you want to understand what people want. Maintain enthusiasm, be inquisitive, experiment, and do not be afraid on the account to get things wrong because that's really important.
Alright, so all the advice given so far is really good for game design, but two things. For one, make games, and for two, have a lot of experiences. You need to draw on your life experiences to design good experiences. Too many game designers forget that.
In my opinion, to be honest, I feel like people should take the time, take a couple of months off or however they can, work on their portfolio, try as best as possible to build on whatever they can, their knowledge. For VFX, for example, I took about 6 months where I basically took a lot of shots, broke them down, looked at a lot of people's work, and then built that into my portfolio. You can either that or start a project with a group of friends, and whatever you make in that project, you can always show it up in your portfolio. For me, that's what I did for my first reel.
On a serious note, the advice would be observant, live life, understand how lights and shadows work, and majority of those you can get by observing in real life. That would be the main thing. Yeah.
What advice would you give to people who try to get into your field right now?
So for gameplay programming or anything technical, I'd say try and look into as many solutions to solve a single problem. There are so many ways that you can figure out how to solve something that might help you in the long term rather than the short term. So keep problem solving, keep trying to figure out what is going to be best for you and try and execute that in the best way possible.
What advice would you give to people who are trying to get into your field right now?
I would say research and develop. So research into the field that you're after, and also develop your passion into the field that you're in. Do a lot of look into the artistic side of it, and then try your develop your skills into any programs and anything else that's in that field. And also don't be afraid to ask for help, for reference.
What advice do you want to give to someone who's getting into your field right now?
I would say it's really important to try to find something that you really like doing. Like if you want to do concept art like I do, you should sort of decide if you want to do environments or if you want to do a hard surface, and just try out different things, and then you sort of decide. You will know what you want to do. Like the stuff that you really like doing, you will keep on doing it over and over and over again. So if you want environments or hard surface like I do, then just try to study real stuff, because even if you want to do stuff from imagination, you want to have something concrete. You want to know how stuff works, and try to bring a bit of realism into your work, because that will make all the difference. If you want to make mechanical things that seems to work, then it needs to be grounded, right? You can't be all make believe, because if you just have the small parts that make it believable, then audience will buy it immediately, right? And also be very specific when you design something. If it's it's a 3-second rule. You should know instantly. For example, with a vehicle, where does the person sit? Which direction is it going? What is it for? If it's a spaceship, then you should understand quite quickly that it is a spaceship. If it's a vehicle, how do we get in? How do I interact with this? Yeah, that's just do what you like and try to be really good at it. That's my advice.
So that was a small segment on what other industry professionals have to say to the growing artist. A lot of the things that these industry professionals have said are actually what I've been saying to you in most of my videos anyway. I hope this kind of gives you a sense of alignment with the fact that not all but most of us have the same opinion to pass along to you. The point of these videos isn't so I can just voice what I have to say about the journey, but it's also to demonstrate that a lot of us, well, the majority of us, have gone through the same experience that we had to go through when we first started, which you may most probably be experiencing right now. So I hope this was insightful and has given you something to take away. I've decided that every 5th episode I'm going to try and do something a little bit different or just a little bit special, so it's not just me sitting in front of a camera talking at you most of the time. I may decide to start doing some technical demonstrations or just sculpt a bunch of shit. Either way, I hope it'll be something that you can consider worth watching. So that's the end of this segment. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to my content, and I'll catch you next time.